it's funny. I was talking to my boy the other day. Actually, he's graduating this year as well. He's at Cambridge, and we
Yeah.
were talking for a little while. He was saying how hopefully he'll be set. He'll be episode 2. To be fair, that'll be interesting to talk to him about in more depth. But to summarize, he was saying that he didn't feel like he did anything. Like
Yeah.
you leave school, this certain type of guy. You go into Cambridge, yeah, everyone claps for you, and then for the next 4 years, you're kind of just working, and then you come
Yeah.
out with either a job or no job. You haven't really done much else.
Mm.
And because obviously I'm not graduating, I haven't really thought about the big picture yet. But
Mm.
for you, who's you've got dissertation left, and that's kind of it. How do you look back at your time at university? Like, do you think it was worth it, or because I got so many friends that did apprenticeships and they're doing like so well now, and I'm kind of like, I don't regret doing uni by any means, but it's like, damn, there actually are different options
Mm.
out there.
Mm.
Like, have you deeped that yet in terms of where you are now?
That's the thing. So like, even obviously with strength from within, that's part of the thing that we're doing, like helping people that are. In fact, there's been one guy that I can think of in particular that's literally going through that choice of, oh, do I go to uni? Do I go to an apprenticeship? I feel like for me as personally as an individual, like looking after the past 4 years, it's just made me realize that no two people are the same. Everyone is different. And the rate at which you're going to learn something, the experiences that you need, like, there's no two people that are the same. So I feel like for me, when I look back at my time at university, I think, so basically, context, University of Bristol was not my first choice, nor was it my backup. My first was UCL, my backup was Durham, and through a series of events, I ended up going to University of Bristol. But I just look back and I think, rah, if I did not and I came to Bristol by, like, I called Bristol. Bristol said there was no places. My sister was stubborn. I said, no, I'm going to call Bristol. She called Bristol. They said there was a place. She called me, said, call them. I said, no. I said, I don't really want to call them. But then something in me just said, okay, fine, I'll call them. And then there was a place. Like, Bristol was not the plan. But I look back and I just think, if I did not come to Bristol, granted, Bristol has given me fire like I've never had it. But the strength that I've been able to build and the experience I've been able to have and the people I've been able to meet, I just think, for the most part, Bristol and the way things have gone was the way it was meant to be for me personally. Obviously, there have been mistakes I've made along the way, but I look back and I think, yeah, although there were points where I hated that city and I hated being at university, yep. I cannot look back over the past 4 years and not say I've not come out stronger as a person. I can't do it. Because like the experience of how the people I've met, the things I've been through, it shaped me and it's molded me and it's made me different. And I feel like for different people, that's going to be different. But an apprenticeship for me, nah. I'm definitely someone that I needed that university personal person aspect, because like I think
independence.
Number one, yeah, absolutely. But then also like that time just grow, because I was not mature enough to go straight into an apprenticeship. I feel like if you're going into an apprenticeship, maybe I'm wrong, but for me, there needs to be a certain maturity aspect to it. Like you need to actually be ready to go into work. Even after 3 years of a degree, I wasn't ready to go into work. Boom, I did a year abroad. So I feel like for the apprenticeship aspect, there needs to, like, that was not it for me, but it definitely is it and can be it for other people, just depending on where your head is. But yeah, man, I look at guys that are doing apprenticeship and have done apprenticeship, and I think about apprenticeship and I just think, you guys, man, the way you're able to just look at university and be like, yeah, society tells me university, but that's not it for me. Cool. That's like a level of strength and maturity that I almost like. I find, I don't want to say inspirational, but for the most part, yeah, like it's actually very, very wicked. But then going to university, even in university, if you choose university is for you, it's not just university and that's it. University, like you said, Jordan, you said your friend went to Cambridge and he didn't feel like he like did anything. University brought the make of it. And obviously I had that UCL chip on my shoulder coming in from the get-go. I was like, no, I'm lit. I need to be lit in this university. And I feel like, so when you go to a certain university that might not be on you, that much. Depending on the type of person you are, you might handle that differently and all that kind of thing. I know guys that go to Cambridge that are doing bits. I know guys that have been to Bristol that did nothing. But I just feel like the experience that you have at university is definitely what you make of it. And if you make of it the right things, it can be a changing experience. Look at Simi, one of our guys.
Mr. Rice and Spice.
Mr. Rice and Spice came to University of Bristol, ended University of Bristol. My guy has a grad job at Google and has started a business. And when I say a business, I don't mean a project he does at home. I mean this guy fully has employees that he pays and is running and is making money and has him like is doing bits like university.
Mom, fam.
Fam, this degree, this university time, it's what you make of it. And if you go in and just like, I won't say go in with the right mindset, because I didn't go in with the right mindset, but well, for the most part. But if you go in and you make the most of it, it can change you as a person and change your life differently. But it's up to you. What do you want to do? You know?
Yeah, definitely. The same, like, I mean, Bristol was basically my first choice, but when I was applying, I was like, you know, I'm the smartest guy in the world. I'm applying for Oxford. I'm going to get in. I don't need 4 other options. But in my head of years, like, you know what? Just, you know, you're not paying any extra to put down 4 more choices to do it. So I'm like, all right, fine. I'll do Bristol. I'll do Bath. Like, put just all the other top unis of engineering. And obviously, story goes, I didn't get into Oxford. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'll put Bristol as my first offer. My firm was Bristol. My insurance, because all of my options were like A star, A star, A. So I couldn't even afford to not get that. But then I kind of came into, to be fair, like having failed first year was, in my opinion, that's when I really started uni. Like my first 2 years were kind of transitional periods almost, where I was almost like, I still thought I was crazy smart and I could afford to not work until the deadline day, and obviously that didn't work out. Like now I've got a different perspective of uni, where it's more like the degree is one thing and then the experience is separate. I very much put the two in different ballparks, because my degree is like, you know, engineering is one thing. I study hand and coursework or whatever, but when it comes to like talking to people or meeting friends and starting businesses or whatever, that whole experience of being independent, cooking, that's so much, like that's a degree in itself, in my opinion. Learning to cook was like the hardest thing.
Like coming to university, the degree is what you leave with, and the degree is what, you know, is gonna get you job, whatever, all that kind of thing. So the degree is so key, but you do not come to university just for that degree. That degree, in terms of your experience over the 4 years, is so minuscule. University is like, come and learn how to be a person. Like, come and learn how to navigate. Come and learn who you are. Come and learn how to go through difficult times. Come and learn mental health. Literally,
yeah,
like
real, facts.
It's and it's I don't know, man. I feel like, again, with the whole way people pitch university at sixth form level, I didn't know that was true with university. I didn't know. I just said, okay, cool, apprenticeship. I'm not ready to work. I don't know what industry I want to work in. Cool, university. That's it. But I did not realize university was going to shape me and change me, like the way in which it has. But yeah, man, I feel like that's definitely something that young people need to know, man, because it's different. It's different.
It's funny, like, it's funny you say that as well, because for me, I originally didn't even do engineering. I applied for maths and physics because I was like, I mean, bit of context. Like my GCSEs, for example, I didn't really care about anything other than, I don't know if your school did it, but we had the math challenge. Like, did you have that as well? Yeah. Come on,
Olympiad is Olympiad.
Yeah, Great Kangaroo and that. Like, that's literally. I mean, I enjoyed school in terms of the overall experience, like hanging with friends and stuff like that. But I didn't really care for history or English or the skills I learned. Those were kind of just afterthoughts when I was coming to school. The only academic thing that I really enjoyed would be physics in terms of how it applies in real life, and then the math challenge, because that was when I could really flex on my mates and be like, "Oh, look, I got a gold. What did you get?" And that was that competition kind of brought out the best in me. So I followed that through into sixth form. I did maths, physics, further maths, chemistry, and then come year 13, I'm like, you know what, I don't really know what I want. All I've ever cared about was, you know, math challenge and playing football after school. So I ended up applying for maths and physics at Oxford, and then the other ones I didn't even. Actually, no, I did maths and physics everywhere else apart from Bristol. I did engineering maths, which is obviously what I'm doing now. And then Oxford, at first they said, like, are you sure you want to? Actually, no, that's not even true. I applied for physics at Bristol, and then they changed me afterwards. But then Oxford are like, your application's a lot more suited to engineering. Are you sure you want to do maths and physics? I'm like, yeah, man. That's all I've ever known, maths and physics, maths and physics. And then I got there, obviously failed the interview. And then within about a week, Bristol said, we read your application. We don't really think you're suited for physics, so we're putting you on Eng Math instead. Or they gave me a choice and I picked Eng Maths. And it's like, even coming down to the smallest part of applying to uni, like what you're actually applying for, I didn't
You
know.
don't know,
Until I got,
don't know.
like, I didn't know anything about unis. I went to a few open days, but even they weren't too insightful because the people that,
Nah.
at least in my experience, all the history students or the ones that have the most free time, they're like, oh yeah, we go out, we do this, we do a lot of reading at home, but otherwise it's free time. And then engineering, it's like boom, for 40 hours in the lab.
Yeah.
Like, it's so hard to find information for one thing, and then even when you do find it, it's not always reliable, at least in my experience.
Facts, definitely.
And it's nuts how there's so much to learn. And I feel like SFW is a great thing because having attended your 3-year program last year, you talked a lot about, well, most people working for you or volunteering, as I say, are other students that can talk about their own experience and correlate that to the students going through the program. But outside of that, I don't think there's enough, student to student initiatives, as I say, to kind of bridge that gap between what you should know and what you actually know.
You'd be surprised. The bet out there is just that all of us are so small and so focused, and we all have university degrees. that no one's just doing it like that. But I feel like that's why any student that's like pre-uni or just in uni, talk to older students, find them on university society social media pages, find them in family, find them in friends, brothers, friends, whatever. Find someone and ask them questions. Because
Networking, man.
There's so much. Oh, I hate that word. But there's so much that like to know about uni and about like just the way the number of options that people have for the future, that like it can change your view on what you want to do in your life. Just knowing one piece of information, honestly, it can change everything for you. But people just tell you get degree so you can get job, finish, okay, cool, uni.